Hi there, welcome back to the G protein blocking project on serotonin 2A receptor. In the first video, we ran sitemap to find the binding site for the bottom of the serotonin 2A receptor where the G protein binds. And in that first video, we also ran a screen of 14 million molecules at that binding site. In this video, all of the jobs have completed. Most of those jobs took a fairly long time to complete. Most of them took about a week. Each batch that I ran had about 1.2 million ligands in it for a total of 13 jobs. It took about 8 days to complete. I've dragged all the batches into the Maestro workspace. Before we look at the poses and run the next screening, I'm going to highlight all of them. I'm going to ungroup them. Okay, the ungrouping just finished. I'm now going to sort everything by docking score. So that will be in order from the best binders to the worst binders. Docking score of negative 8.032. I'm going to cut a little bit more out of this. I'll leave one protein in the project file. I'm going to delete up to -5. There it is. There's various theories about how you go in deciding how many ligands you want to delete. A lot of people will use the, well, there's one that I've heard a lot is use the top 10% of your ligands from the screen in the next job. So for example, I ran 14 million, which would mean that at whatever output I had, I should run about 1.4 million, but I'm running actually even at 10% of that. So I'm really running the top 1% if we think about it. 117,000 it looks like. Let's look at some of these better ligands in the binding pocket. Let's put one in there and just take a look. It's going to be bound to the bottom of the G protein coupled receptor right here. Let's just look at one of these. This is coming from an HGVS job, so I don't know that I trust it a ton, but all right, so what do we see? Dual hydrogen bond with a ASN 110 residue and a threonine 109. Okay, and there's a cation pi with arginine 173. Okay, just take a look. Check this one. Same thing, we see that salt bridge, the hydrogen bond. Okay. How much is that really filling the site, though? I'm just curious. Maybe if we put on van der Waal, we can see it. Okay, I think what we'll do now is we'll run the next job, which due to the reduction in the amount of ligands, it actually shouldn't, the runtime shouldn't be a week. $117 we can easily break up into, I don't know, 3 or 4 jobs, I'm thinking. I'm thinking 4 jobs. Okay, go here. Go again, docking. This is the sitemap one. You just want to make sure. Display. Receptor. Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure the site is correct. Good. Files. Table. Settings. We want to use SP. Sitemap _1. Wiggins. Good. Run the file. Okay. Just started. So now we'll go to 60,000 roughly. Make sure. Okay, good. On that one. Finally, the last file. All right, those files are all running. I'll see you guys. Let me just make sure they're all running. Okay, 21 jobs. Not too bad. These are all running. I'll see you guys in a few days when this finishes up. We didn't look at too much structural information because HTVS binding poses generally aren't that great. I do trust SP a little more, so we can look at the binding poses of some of these higher scoring ligands. Until then, bye-bye.